morning, afternoon, and evening, you bunch of fuckers. I'm back again with some more bullshit because I've got nothing else to do while I wait to go on holiday. Today's extravaganza is going to sum up the university experience, at least for some poor fucker. If what happened to him happened to me, I would have taken my own life. Because, yeah, while you're at university, a lot of the time, I won't lie, you're going to get fucking blackout drunk. Of course that's what you're going to do. You're away from home, you finally get some freedom, and that's just the natural course of things. But I think this poor individual might have taken it just a little bit too far. Just a little. On one of the days I decided to be a responsible member of society and not spend a lot of my money destroying my liver. I was actually at home for once, just chilling, sitting at my desk. I think I was actually trying to get some work done, which is, you know, good for me anyway. Everything was going relatively normal that day, till fate decided to bring a nice little taxi outside the front of our student house that I was staying in. And I didn't know the kind of chaos that this taxi was going to bring with it. So I noticed this taxi, it pulls up, and I assume someone gets out because, well, the taxi drove off, and didn't really think anything of it. Tons of taxis come round my end because you got people coming back from parties drunk off their face. So everything seemed normal until about 30 seconds passed and the doorbell of our student house just starts ringing and ringing and ringing and just doesn't stop ringing, and it got really, really annoying. So I end up getting up from my desk and I go downstairs just to see what the fuck was happening and what this guy's problem was. Open the door and I'm greeted with a guy vomiting on our doorstep, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I slammed the door shut. So naturally I didn't want to be the only person that was seeing this shit unfolding in front of me, so I decided to go upstairs and knock on my friend's door and decided to drag him into this fucking mess. And I tell him, I was like, look, there's a guy that's just been sick in our doorstep. Go downstairs, you gotta see this shit. He's like, right, okay. So he walks down. I don't go down with him, I just keep listening. He goes downstairs, I hear the door open again, and then this guy starts fucking retching again. You just hear the door slam, and he comes back upstairs. He goes, oh nah, fuck, what are we supposed to do with this guy? And I go, I don't know, you know what, we'll go back downstairs and we'll see if we can get any kind of information out of him. So we go back to the front door, and we do our best impression of stay back, foul demons, as if we're some kind of exorcist. We try and figure out what this guy's wanting. He's completely incoherent, just doesn't understand anything we're saying, but eventually he just starts saying this number 126, 126. We're like, what? Me and my mate look at each other like, what the hell are you on about? Eventually he manages to say house 126, which is wherever the hell this guy was staying. So we're like, alright, signed, we'll come and we'll go take you back. So it was dark at this point of the day, since it was October, and we start walking him back in the direction of the house he said he was staying in. And he walks over to me and he goes, oh, can I lean on you? I'm gonna fall over. And I didn't notice this, but this man was completely covered in vomit. But my mate saw, and he goes, oh nah, don't fucking touch him, he's covered in sick, look at him. And he almost touches me. But luckily, even though he was saying that, I could smell him before he touched me. If he touched me, I think I would have just ended it all right there, to be honest. So I decide to walk ahead because I don't want to be stuck with the walk-in liability. So I get to the guy's front door and I start knocking on it, and someone opens, someone comes. I didn't really care who, just as long as he took this fucking problem off my hands. I didn't really care. So I obviously confused at this random guy knocking on his door, and I was like, do you have a mate that's gone out, that's gone missing? And he's like, no. And I was like, oh, well, he's saying your house number and he's gonna be coming here in a second. And then as I finish that sentence, I turn over and look over the hill. You see him stumbling over the crest like the shittiest sunrise you've ever seen. This guy's face, he looks at him and then his face just drops and he sighs. He goes, fuck, yeah, I know him, get him inside. He walks up to the doorstep and he doesn't realize he's covered in vomit, so he goes to like try and guide him in. He's like, oh mate, what the fuck are you? He starts swearing at him. I was like, are you kidding? He was like, oh, thanks for bringing him back. We're like, that's fine. So as we're walking back to our house, my mate turns to me and he goes, oh yeah, did you not notice him getting out the taxi? I'm like, no. He's like, oh yeah. So when the taxi pulled up, he said, I saw this guy kind of army crawling out of it, and he just kind of flumps to the floor. I don't even think that guy paid, and the taxi just sped off, and I was like, oh, I didn't even fucking notice that. Anyway, a couple weeks or so passed since that happened, and we're all at a beach fire for Guy Fawkes nights. We've got fireworks and shit. It's all scenic, and I look off in the distance and I see him. The Vomit Man. He's there. He's somehow still alive. So we all decide to wander up to him, and we just ask him, like, yo, what the hell happened to you? How did you get that fucked up? Yeah, it turns out someone spiked him. And I was like, well, isn't that the courteous Welsh greeting you'd get in a nightclub? Fantastic. Well, naturally, as you do when you're in university and there's a whole bunch of bonfires going everywhere on the beach, the only natural course of action after learning this information was to invite him to get blackout drunk with us, and that's exactly what we did. Yeah. It could be worse. Could have ended up like that guy. Well, that's about it. See yous.